Once a quarter, we go back through all of the meals that we made in those 3 months, and we decide our top 5 favorites. And then we share those with y'all. That's what we're doing here today. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. I have to say, this quarter, it was a little rough going back through all of these and just narrowing it down to 5 because we had some excellent meals. I did want to tell you too that a portion of today's video is kindly sponsored by Thrive Market. I'll tell you more about that later, but let's jump into our number 5 meal. We're going to go from 5 all the way up to 1. Number 5 comes from a video where I just used kielbasa and made, I think, 3 different recipes. This particular kielbasa sweet tater hash, it was so good. And Steven has been making a sweet tater hash for months now, ever since doing that. So it had to make it in the top 5. So normally when we make a potato hash, we just use regular potatoes. There's nothing wrong with that. You could make this recipe with just your regular russet potatoes. However, a more superfood option would be to use sweet potatoes, which is what we're gonna do today. It is just me and Steven here tonight eating, so we're just gonna do 1 large sweet potato. So I'm peeling that now. So I'm just gonna rinse this off. Sweet potatoes can be kind of hard to chop. They're very, very dense, very hard. So in order to get uniform pieces so that they all cook the same, I'm gonna use my handy dandy chopper. But I'll have to kind of chop this up into smaller pieces so that it's all uniform and I can get it through this. Not bad. Now look at that, perfection. I'm gonna transfer these into a bowl because we need to chop up our onion and our bell pepper as well. You could use regular white or yellow onion for this. I'm just going with red because we had a half of one left. I'm trying to decide which way to do it. Hang on. We had this left in the fridge, so I thought, why not? So our onions and our bell peppers are gonna go in at different times. So I'm gonna remove these, and then we'll chop up the bell pepper too. We'll probably just use half of this bell pepper because I don't think we need the whole thing. So I'm using the rest of the kielbasa that I had this morning, or for lunch today. And we're just going to finely dice this. So this particular recipe that I found uses breakfast sausage, and you could definitely do that. But since this is a kielbasa video, I thought we could dice this up and use this. So I just chopped it in half, kind of lengthwise. And then I'm also gonna cut it into strips even more. That way it's pretty small, it's pretty uniform, and I don't know, it'll just kind of mimic more of that breakfast sausage. So let's head over here. We've got this large skillet that we're gonna heat to about medium-high heat. I said we've got jalapeno too, and what did you say?
Yes! You left the membrane in there too. That's some of the dynamite jalapeno.
I did. I'm gonna take it out of this side though. Don't get mad. We're meeting in the middle here, like Diamond Rio. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. My mama knows. She's singing it right now. I hear you, mama. I hear you. So we're going to use part of it in the skillet, and then we'll use part of it as topping. We've got something else that we're going to show you a little bit later that we're going to have kind of on the side with this tonight. But this is totally optional. This was not even in the recipe. We just had jalapeno on hand, and I'm married to Steven, so there you go. So we're going to start with our kielbasa. Put it in an even layer, and we're gonna let this start to brown up. It's gonna take, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll just kind of stir it as we go. So you want to let it caramelize or get some good color on the bottom, so don't start stirring it immediately. I'm just anxiously waiting because we're very hungry. We did a pretty tough workout this afternoon, so we're starving. But you can hear that sizzle going. We're gonna give it a few minutes before I turn it or flip it, or I may even have my flippy little flipper do his thing.
I can do it.
I know you can. All right, do it to it.
See how it's still attached to the bottom?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Might have to use this. You might not be able to do that other thing.
Okay, it's come off.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're just going to have to be a little aggressive. Oh, okay. There we go. Y'all, that's some fancy work right there.
I saw it on YouTube.
Okay. Probably saw it on Food Network.
I've seen it somewhere.
All right, we're going to let that hang out for a couple more minutes. But now we can add in the onion while it's finishing up. So thank you, sir.
Little onion.
We love some onion.
Man, yeah, that's going to be...
Oh,
look how pretty that is.
I know. We should have saved some of that onion for topping for the other thing.
It's almost as pretty as...
Thank you. We're going to give this 3 or 4 more minutes. So he's going to take about half of that jalapeno and throw it in at this point too. Because why not? Like we mentioned, we're saving the other for a topping for something. So he's just going to let that kind of saute for just a couple of minutes. Okay, so this has been a total of about 5 minutes or so, maybe a couple more minutes than that, but he's just going to remove that to a paper towel lined plate.
I like these spoons pretty good.
I know, I just got those.
You did a good
Well,
job.
thanks. Okay, and then we're going to grab some oil out of the
Some what?
oil out of the cupboard up here. Do y'all call it a cupboard or a cabinet? I call it, it's interchangeable. What do you call it? Cupboard or cabinet?
I don't know. Cabinet, I guess.
Okay.
I don't really say cupboard.
Say it again.
Cupboard. Would you go and then fetch me some things out of the cupboard?
Okay. All right, so let's add some oil, and then we're going to bring our sweet taters over here. So he's going to add some oil in there first, and then he's going to throw our sweet taters in. Now these are going to need to cook for about 10 to 12 minutes. They are, like I mentioned earlier, they're a little bit tougher or harder than a regular potato, so we want them to kind of start softening up. They're going to continue to cook even after that, but cooking alone for about 10 to 12 minutes. The ingredient that we're going to have kind of on the side of our sausage hash dish is some more of this Wendy's chili. We really enjoyed this on our baked potatoes not too long ago, so here we go. I'm just going to warm this up, and then we'll top this with some of the jalapeno, and I was going to say some of that onion, but we cooked all the onion. But we can do some cheese. We can do all kinds of stuff, but that'll kind of be on the side just because we had it and we were craving it. So it hasn't been quite 10 minutes, but since we chopped our sweet potatoes so small, they're already kind of al dente, so there you go. So I'm going to make a little well here in the middle, a little hole in the middle. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter, and on top of that butter, I've got some fresh thyme from our little indoor garden. I thought thyme would be really good with this, so I'm going to throw that in there, start to mix it all around. Then we just need to season everything. So you can use salt and garlic powder. I'm foregoing the salt and garlic powder separately and doing a good bit of this adobo all-purpose seasoning. Forgot, we need to throw in our bell pepper at this point too. Then for some good smokiness, we've got some smoked paprika. Let's go in with some smoked paprika, give it a little extra smokiness, and we'll just continue to let this cook for another 3 or 4 minutes or so. We're just gonna let that bell pepper kind of soften up, and that butter is really gonna help kind of caramelize that sweet potato too. So y'all, I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. Now let's throw our sausage and onions and jalapeno back in and let that heat back through. And then it's done. That's it, y'all. You could even top this with some, like a fried egg. That would be really good.
Do what?
Breakfast. Well, you make your fried egg. I ain't making you one.
I mean, listen to my, I can't talk right now. I might have to do that.
Do it. I don't care. Make
A fried egg.
Go get you a little skillet.
Fried egg time.
He is so excited.
You have no idea.
I'm not a huge fried egg fan. All right. He's going to do that.
We won't hold that against you.
I've got this turned to low. It's just hanging out here. I need to go get a new battery because we're on one piece of power while he fries up his egg. Happy man.
Somebody right now is screaming. Good job, Steve.
What's your trick?
We're just going to put a little bit of water in here.
Uh-huh. Then you're going to put the lid on it.
Like that. Yeah, and watch this egg. Oh, I love that. Yeah, just kind of a medium. That's how I like my eggs fried. It's almost well.
I guess because we left it over there on the stove.
Yeah, I cooked it a little longer than I should have.
Oh, well.
But that's okay.
He likes it when it's oozing out. I do not.
You created a monster. Wow. That is one heck of a breakfast. I mean, that's got to be a breakfast skillet.
Right. Right. We're having breakfast for dinner.
Mmm.
Is it seasoned correctly?
Perfect. Use sweet potato.
Okay.
If you'd used anything else, it would not be the same.
Right.
That sweet potato, I guess the difference in the flavor, the sweetness
Right.
of it,
Yeah.
paired with that smoked sausage, wow. Yeah, the seasonings are definitely on point here. The adobo sauce, it's not very salty.
Okay.
Which I was kind of concerned about, you know?
No, it's not too
not
salty.
that
No.
salty at all. Just a little bit of spice from jalapeno.
Yeah.
Wow. And the peppers don't overtake it.
Good.
Which I was excited about.
Yeah.
Get more of that sweet potato,
Yeah.
smoky sausage flavor. But the egg, do not skip on the egg, please. That is amazing.
I skipped on the egg.
I'm so sorry. You can't have mine.
All right, I gotta eat. I'm hungry, so yeah, this is a great one. If you don't have breakfast sausage and you're craving a breakfast skillet, just chop up that kielbasa. It'll be all right.
Now you got chili.
Tell you what.
This is really good.
Okay.
Very good. Highly recommend.
All right, I'm digging in. You're probably gonna see this again.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Y'all.
This is going to be way up there.
It is so good, and I know I mentioned that you could definitely use regular potatoes, but let me encourage you. The contrast of that kind of sweet and savory cannot be beat. And if you haven't tried Wendy's chili from a can, I mean, if you're in a pinch, it's good. It's really good. So we're going to keep eating. It's just the two of us here, so we may watch something on TV, or I don't know. We're just going to have a date night in tonight. What you think?
That sounds good.
All right, y'all. This is a highly recommended one. Number 4 became a quick favorite. It was our slow cooker berry cobbler. We did blueberry this time. You could do any berry, really. But we also made homemade vanilla ice cream. It was perfection. But this cobbler may be the best one I've ever made in a crock pot because I've done this a couple of times. So let's do it. So I've had this Cuisinart ice cream maker for years, and honestly, the only ice cream I've ever really made are the recipes out of this book that it came with the ice cream maker. Today, I'm just making a simple vanilla ice cream to go along with what we're going to be making in the crock pot, the other crock pot, and just a little bit. The key with making the ice cream is to make the mixture a couple of hours before you're ready for it. So it's 3 o'clock now. You can even make it, overnight. It can sit in the fridge overnight. Let's put this together and get it in the fridge, and then we'll put the other ingredients into the other crock pot. I am so excited for dinner tonight, dinner and dessert. It's gonna be amazing. For this recipe, we just need a cup of whole milk. I'm pretty sure, is there a cup measure on here? There is, okay, great. So let's pour in our milk. We need 3/4 a cup of granulated sugar, so this is a 1/2 cup. Then we just need a pinch of salt. Now you can just whisk this together, or you can use a mixer and do it on low speed. You're just gonna do this until the sugar has dissolved. It takes just a couple of minutes. Okay, I think we're good. Now we need 2 cups of heavy cream, so I've got this whole container here. And in order to make it vanilla, we need some vanilla extract, about a tablespoon. All right, let's just stir that by hand. That's all we gotta do. I just need to put a lid on this and stick it in the fridge. And then about 20 minutes before we're ready for ice cream, I will pull it out and pour it into the ice cream maker. I am spilling it all over the place. It's all over my shirt, trying to show y'all. That's what I do. All right, in the fridge it goes. Now for our dessert. I've got to melt a stick of butter, so I'm gonna do that. And then it's just a few ingredients. It's one of my favorite fruits ever. If you know, before I even show this, comment below. So 1 stick of butter, or a 1/2 cup of butter, melted. Okay, to get started, I've got this larger, it's a mid-sized bowl here. I've got 2 cups of blueberries. We are making a blueberry cobbler. 2 cups of blueberries. I've already checked them for the stems, rinsed them off really well. We're gonna pour those in here. We're gonna mix them with a little bit of sugar, and we're gonna set it to the side. Okay, so we need about 2 tablespoons of sugar. I mean, I feel like that's right. Okay, let's set that to the side. Now I've got a larger bowl. We need to mix our cobbler ingredients there. So I've got self-rising flour. We need 1 cup of that. We need a cup of sugar, and we need 1 cup of milk. Stir this around. It is gonna be a little bit lumpy, but that's okay. We're just gonna get it good and incorporated. Now we're gonna add in our melted butter. Okay, now I need to spray my crock pot with some nonstick spray. Let's pour this mixture in first. Now we're gonna put the blueberries on top. You wanna try and put them on there evenly so you don't have to stir it. You just wanna put these in and leave them be. Kind of rolling the ones on top over to the edges. And now it says to sprinkle another 1/4 cup of sugar on top. I'm not gonna do quite a 1/4 cup. That's it. We're gonna cover this and bake it in the crock pot on low for 2 to 3 hours. So it's on low, and it is currently 3:30. So I'll check it around 5:30 and we'll see how we're doing. It is that time. It's time for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream.
All cream for ice cream.
So I've got my ice cream maker ready. This is stored just in a cabinet. This is stored in the freezer. It is frozen, which is how it makes the ice cream, obviously. So let's pour this in, and then we put in like this little churn thingy, and then this lid goes on top and kind of locks into place. And that, my friends, is all we have to do. And in about 20 minutes, 7:06, so about 7:30-ish, we're gonna have vanilla ice cream to go along with this beauty. It has been 20 minutes, and this is what we've got. Beautiful ice cream. All right, it is time. Look at that. I have to take a bite. That fly, Maggie Moo, I've heard her running around trying to get it, but apparently she hasn't gotten it yet. I'm gonna taste this because I got to.
Good stuff.
No, great stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is not the easy part right here. I'm gonna knock all of this out of the churn, and then we're gonna serve this up. You love some type of berry cobbler a la mode.
Yes, I do. My favorite.
That and strawberry shortcake stuff is
That's
your
right.
favorite.
But give me a cobbler with some ice cream, and this boy right here is happy.
Yeah, we were talking about possibly going out and getting ice cream last night, but then we remembered we were making this tonight, and we said, nope, we're gonna wait. We done good.
We did good.
All right, I think, oh gosh.
Just eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let's eat. I'm so happy right now.
Oh boy, you better hurry up before I get in my mouth before the tank.
Don't you dare.
Oh.
Fresh blueberries. Forgot to mention, you can use frozen blueberries for this if you want to, but we had fresh, so. Tink.
Yes.
Did I do good?
I love blueberry cobbler. Yes, you did really good. That is exceptional. Man, there's just something about a warm cobbler with ice cream. It's just amazing. Well, also I love about a fruit cobbler or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not too rich, you know. I mean, it's rich, but it's not too much.
This would be good with peaches, blackberries.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've gotten to where I really love blackberries. Oh my gosh. I've got to make this again with blackberries for sure.
This is so good. See, I got a little bit of the crust here. That is wonderful, babe.
You know what?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tomorrow, you get your other favorite dessert. I'm making that strawberry shortcake thing for the church get-together. So, 2 of our favorite desserts,
Yay.
2 days in a row. I've seen, and I think I've done other cobblers in the crock pot when you use cake mix, but I like this one better. The consistency of it is better, and I feel like with cake mix, you don't quite know what all the ingredients that are in there. This, you can control the ingredients a little bit better, so.
I don't need that whole thing.
I would like to thank Thrive Market for continuing to support this channel and sponsor a portion of today's video. We have been Thrive Market members for, I think, about 4 years now. I really don't remember life before Thrive Market. We really just started looking at labels and figuring out ingredients that are really, really unhealthy for us and trying to avoid those things. And that's why I love Thrive Market, because when I shop on there, I have peace of mind knowing that I am finding the best of the best. So if you aren't familiar, Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. And with over 1,000 ingredients banned from their site, you know that when you shop on Thrive Market, you are getting the greatest organic, non-toxic products for your home. We have certain items like their black beans and pinto beans. I love them. They're organic, they taste great, and they come in these really easy to store packages. We have products like that I always order, and then there's new things that we've just ordered. This riced cauliflower, I thought I would give that a try. It's a great alternative to rice. So when I shop on Thrive Market, I can easily shop some of our favorites by going to the Buy It Again section, or I can look up new products and I can read the ratings from other members who have reviewed it. That makes it really easy. Something we don't use very often. You know, I don't know that I've ever used lentils in anything, but I know that they're great for you. So I ordered some lentils this time. I'm gonna be using it in a soup here soon. They're organic roasted chicken breast. These are so good. These are great for easy lunches, making like a chicken salad. I love using their app to shop, because then as we run out of things, I can just add it to my cart online. And once my cart reaches $49, I know that that order is gonna ship for free. After making all the deviled eggs over the last couple of months, we ran out of paprika, so I ordered some more of that. So we get a lot of pantry staples, but we also get a lot of snack foods. One snack food that Stephen and Cole absolutely adore are the Thrive Market beef sticks. So if you'll go to thrivemarket.com/mandyinthemaking, when you join Thrive Market as a member today, you're gonna save an additional 30% on your order by using that link. Plus you're gonna get a free gift worth up to $60. We have really enjoyed using Thrive Market over the years, and I really think that you will too, so go check them out. Coming in at number 3 is something that we have made no less than 5 times, not on camera, obviously. We made it one time on camera, and then we've made it over and over again, even on vacation. And that is the ground beef, sweet potato, cottage cheese, hot honey bowl. I don't know what it's called. It was the viral sensation that I found from TikTok. And y'all, it did not disappoint. We make it all the time. So I'm gonna peel this sweet potato. It's a rather large sweet potato, and it's just me and Steven eating this lunch, so this should be more than enough. I'm gonna chop this up into little chunks. We're gonna air fry our sweet potatoes while we do the rest of this recipe. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and get this started now. I should have cut these with the veggie chopper because it would have made them all really uniform, but that's okay. Okay, so we've got these. Let's season these. So I've got my air fryer preheating to 400. I'm gonna throw these in this bowl, throw a little bit of olive oil on there and some seasonings. Okay, a little bit of salt. And I say a little bit because I'm gonna be adding adobo seasoning, which also has salt. Throw some pepper in here. Here's my adobo. And just for a little added smokiness, we're gonna add some smoked paprika. So that is ready to go. I'm gonna go set it by the air fryer, and once the air fryer is done, these will go in at 400 for about 12 minutes or so, 12 to 14 minutes. Now, this part was not in the original recipe, but anytime I brown ground beef, I add onion. I just love the flavor it gives it, so we're gonna do about a half an onion diced, and if I would have had my veggie chopper out already, I would just use it, but I'm not gonna get it out just to dice this little bit of onion, so I'm gonna do this by hand. Okay, our air fryer is done, so let's go put those in. So let's brown 1 pound of ground beef, and I'm gonna add that diced onion to it as well. Let's drain the grease out using some balled up paper towels. Now that it's all browned and we have removed most of the grease, you can add whatever taco seasonings you want. I've just got this taco seasoning already prepared and ready, so you add in as much as you want. I'm just adding in a couple of tablespoons maybe, and I am gonna add just a tad bit of water, not a lot, because we're not making tacos. Make sure it all gets coated in that taco seasoning. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna turn this off and let it just sit here for a couple of minutes while our sweet potatoes are finishing, and we just need to go chop up some avocado. I say chop, we're just gonna slice this avocado. Now, to be included in these bowls is hot honey. She drizzled all over the top, and I can't open mine because it is sealed shut with the honey. It's all sticky. There we go, got it. Let's drizzle the hot honey all over the top. Viral TikTok recipe number 1.
We're gonna put it to the test.
We are. You're not the biggest cottage cheese fan.
That'd be correct.
I love cottage cheese. I eat it all the time as a snack, all kinds.
We're getting involved anyway.
That's right.
All right, first things first. We're going to try to get a little bit of everything on here.
Oh, you're going in all together?
You got to do it.
All right.
Okay.
Do it.
Yes. That's really good. Tasty. I mean, you can't go wrong with taco meat.
Right.
I mean, that's just
That's a
too
given.
good.
Yeah.
But mixing this together like this, I never would have thought of doing that.
Okay. Yeah, me neither.
So, really nice touch. Let's get
It's a
some of this
really
avocado.
great way to get your protein and good fats.
Yeah,
and
it's
fiber.
really delicious. And you can pick out all the ingredients. They all just go well together.
Okay.
And the cottage cheese is actually a nice touch.
Look at you. I'm proud of you.
Man, it's very light.
Okay.
You know, you can tell it's not like really heavy ingredients.
Right.
That is really good.
Well, I'm so glad.
It's like it's almost kind of like a taco bowl type of
Yeah,
thing, or a burrito
yeah.
bowl type of thing, you know.
But with healthier,
But
lighter
with
ingredients.
Healthier, lighter ingredients.
Yeah.
This is a superb lunch.
Okay.
But yeah, you could do this for dinner time.
Can you taste that hot
A little bit.
honey?
The hot honey is
Yeah.
in there just a little bit, just
Okay.
a nice little sweet touch.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna dig in. I'm starving. I'm so hungry. So I will let you know what I think.
The cottage cheese, mixing it with this taco meat, that's amazing.
It really is, y'all.
I never would have thought cottage cheese and taco meat would be so good. But
Yeah.
that is delicious.
I've already dug in. I got a little bit of everything all on my fork, and it is perfect blend.
Viral, viable. It checks both boxes.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's
Okay.
worth a shot for sure.
All right. Another viral sensation that came from TikTok is our number 2, and that is the cherry tomato feta pasta dish. We did not add any protein to it this time other than the feta cheese, but you could easily grill some chicken and add that to this, and you would have a complete meal with all of your protein. Oh my word, y'all. This is restaurant quality good. And you know what? I've been wanting to make this one for probably about a year now. It has been extremely viral. It is the baked feta cherry tomato pasta. The great thing is I don't have to preheat the oven because we're just gonna use sous vide for this. We're just gonna bake it right in sous vide and we won't heat up the entire kitchen. What I'm gonna do, these have already been washed. These came from our garden, obviously. Let's look and make sure, like that one still has a leaf on it. Get all of that off of there. But yeah, that should be good. Now we also have a block of feta cheese. I need to open this. Okay, before we add the feta in there, we're gonna drizzle some olive oil over top. We've got this Tuscan herb infused olive oil, and I think that's gonna add a great flavor. So let's just drizzle that all over. Throw in some salt and pepper too. Let's toss that around and make a little spot right there in the middle for our feta. I've got a 6-ounce block. That should work. Kind of doing that, and we'll add a little more olive oil on top of the feta. That's it. We'll make the pasta separate. That's all we have to do right now. This needs to go in the oven. It's gonna bake for 35 minutes at 400. So we've only got 7 or 8 minutes left on the tomatoes and feta. We've got some water going over on the stove. We're about to put 8 ounces of pasta in there. I need to kind of roughly chop this basil. My friend Christy came over. We went out to an event together. She came over and she brought me basil from her garden, and I gave her cherry tomatoes from ours. We did a little trade, but I'm gonna use the basil that she gave me and just kind of roughly chop that. I'm gonna go in with the tomatoes and the feta here in just a few minutes, along with some garlic. So let's salt our pasta water. And we're gonna add about half of this bag of fusilli.
Fusilli?
Fusilli? Fusilli. We're gonna use about half the bag. Almost boiling. Come on now. I need more bubbles in that. Okay, we're just gonna let this cook until al dente, and then we will drain it and we'll combine everything together. Y'all, my face when I opened that up and saw it, wow. All right, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of garlic in there, and then I'm gonna throw some of this basil in there. I'm gonna reserve a little bit of basil for the top of the dish, not a lot. And I'm just gonna start kind of mashing up that feta. Well, I don't have to. Look at that. Let's just stir it around. Oh my word. If y'all could just smell this. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it smelled great just coming out, but when she put that garlic and that basil in there,
yeah, it just,
wow.
in that heat, it just, phew. But I'm telling you what, I cannot wait to taste this. I love how all of these ingredients are super fresh.
Yeah.
With the exception of our garlic, but you know, it's okay. I just figured it would be easier to use the jarred garlic because it's not gonna have that bite to it because we didn't cook the garlic, you know? So if you were doing this in a regular oven, like a big size oven, you would put this in a 9x13 and do it that way. Obviously, this is not a 9x13. So we're gonna transfer this over to this dish here in just a minute, and then we'll add our pasta in with it and mix it all around. So we reserved just a little bit of the pasta water here, and we're gonna drain the rest of it. So let's add our pasta to the dish. We're gonna add a little bit of that cooking water there. And then let's pour this over our pasta.
Babe, this looks amazing.
It smells amazing.
I mean, summery pasta right here.
Yeah, no joke.
This looks amazing. Let's get involved.
Cole has already taken a bite and is nodding. and stuffing his face with more.
Baby. Man, that is delicious.
So if I said we're having spaghetti, but I really meant this, you wouldn't be mad?
No.
Okay.
This is tremendous.
Good.
The tomato, it's got this Italian flavor to it. Of course, the basil is in there. I mean, it's just like...
And then we use that good
basil.
olive oil.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think it is. Man, that is tremendous. The tomatoes, like really just, I mean, wow.
Well, I'm excited to try. I'm going to dig in, y'all. I'll be right back. This is so good. I was a little worried that it was going to be too much feta-ish.
Right, not at all.
No. I mean, is there such a thing as too much?
I don't think so. That is amazing. Those tomatoes, that is incredible. The flavors
Right out
together.
of our garden.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow, y'all.
Such a
So if you
great
haven't tried this yet, and I feel like I was one of the last ones on the planet not to try it, but if you haven't, let us encourage you. This could be in a top 5.
Oh, for sure.
And then number 1, I quickly chose number 1 this time because I'm ready to have it again. It was when Stephen was cooking all day on the Blackstone and he made beef and broccoli on the Blackstone. Better than takeout. Took 10 minutes and we didn't have to mess up the kitchen. It was perfection. Enjoy. What do we have here, sir?
Listen, have you ever been stove up?
As a matter of fact, about 5 minutes ago, I was stove up.
Well, some people don't even know what that means.
I bet a lot of people do.
Well, listen, we ain't stove up today. We outside.
I'm stove up a little bit, y'all. I've been working out too much.
Time to be outside. It's summertime. It's mild right now. Trying to get burned over here. It's mild temperature outside.
It is. It feels really great.
I mean, man, it feels great out here. The sun's not directly on us anymore. It's starting to hide.
Yep.
And it's time to get outside, breathe some fresh air, and cook some delicious food. Today, we're going to have something amazing. We're talking about beef and broccoli.
On the Blackstone.
The Blackstone. Because
Look.
why not?
Look at all of this, y'all. He did all of this on his own. I was not a part of it.
It looks complicated, but it's not. It's super easy.
Okay,
I mean,
let's do it.
Super duper easy. But yeah, Asian inspired flavors here. Let's get into it.
Okay.
We got 2 sides going here.
Yep.
First thing we're going to do is start with our onions. Throw down some oil, and then we're going to throw on our onions. Ooh. Oh yeah.
Love that sizzle. Now, how long is this going to take?
I mean, it should take about 10 or 15 minutes.
Sweet.
Cook time total.
Okay. You know what I like about the Blackstone?
What's that?
The fact that you love it so much and that you want to cook all our meals on it.
I love it.
Because that means I do less cooking. So, can I get an amen for that?
Amen. All right, we got to get the rice going. We're using Ben's Original Ready Rice. We're doing super simple, folks. Already pre-cooked. I ain't never met Ben in my life. I don't know Ben from Adam, but I'm guarantee you Ben's he's gonna help us today, okay? Now, it's gonna get a little crispy on the bottom. That's okay, it's no big deal.
Okay.
But we're gonna, look, watch this right here. You just chunk it right on there.
I mean,
You
just do it to
put it right on the
So
grill.
if you had cooked rice already, you could use that.
You could.
But he went to the, look y'all, he went to the store. He did this recipe research. He went to the store himself. This is all him. I'm just the cameraman.
Look, we got popcorn rice here.
Uh-oh. Oh, we do have popcorn rice.
Look at that. See, you got a 2-in-1 right there. All right, so we put our rice on. Look, watch this. We're gonna grab our broccoli and put it on right with the rice.
Okay.
Just like this.
Okay.
Super duper easy. Then I'm looking for my water. My water tried to run away. Watch this right here.
Oh, I see. I'm picking up what you're putting
Watch
down.
this right here.
He's gonna steam that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
How easy that was. Our onions are starting to look like we want them to look here. A little color on them now. Now we're gonna go in with the hamburger meat.
Ground beef.
Ground beef, here we go from Butcher Box.
Yep.
Boom. Put it right on there. And we'll just start cutting her up. We got our hamburger meat on there. Go ahead and chop up some garlic. I like fresh garlic on mine. Go ahead and get this chopped garlic in here. Fresh garlic in our ground beef here. Just start mixing it up.
It already smells divine out here.
Absolutely. All right, we're gonna go in with a little salt and pepper here on our meat. We got some other seasoning to put on there in just a second we'll talk about. Got the ground pepper on there now.
Yeah.
Let's let that hang out. Check on our rice. Broccoli.
Okay.
Make sure everything is good here.
Does it need any more water?
Not right now, it's all right.
Okay.
Turned it down real low.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's make the sauce here. This is where the fun begins, folks. First thing we're going to do is hit it with a little honey. Probably a couple of tablespoons of honey here. A little bit of rice vinegar for some of that zing, the vinegary taste. All right, here comes the heat. So we got to have a little sweet heat action.
Ooh, sriracha.
Oh yeah. Now we're going to kick it up a notch with some flavor here. Sesame oil. Really good stuff here. Very rich, nutty flavor. Now we're going in with some garlic paste. You could use garlic powder if you wanted to. And also some ginger paste.
Where that Asian flavor really comes in.
And we're going to lose our ginger paste. Mix this up real good. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
All right, now I'm going to cut my heat off here on this side because I think we're about done with the rice.
Okay.
We're going to pour half of our sauce on top.
I like the way you are doing it. So what, now you did a lot of the sauce. What are you using the rest of it for?
I'm going to put the other half on there in just a minute after I incorporate this in there.
Okay.
Because what's going to happen is this is going to kind of caramelize a little bit because of the sugar.
Yeah, because of the honey and
Yeah. That's what I want to happen.
All right.
All right, let's put a little soy sauce on our rice and broccoli. And then as that's going, we're going to put the rest of our sauce on top of our meat.
Man, yeah.
Oh, this is delicious.
Okay, I've gotten hungry. I didn't think I was hungry, but now I'm hungry.
Now you're hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Super easy to make. All right, we're finishing up here. I'm just going to go ahead and cut my heat off. Then we're going to chop up some of these green onions here.
Okay.
This is for garnish on top. All right, y'all, it is time.
He's going to plate it up for us to serve. We're going to take it inside and serve it. Although I kind of want to sit out here to eat, babe.
You can do that.
Okay. And if y'all hear screaming in the background, it's just the neighbor kids outside. They're totally fine. They scream like that all the time.
Just having a little fun.
They are. But you would think that something bad is happening to them. It's not. They're fine. Yes.
Doesn't that look good?
That's my plate. Where's yours?
Well, I don't know. Super simple cleanup here, y'all.
So the thing about the Blackstone is while it's still hot, if you clean it up, then you're good to go. But if you go sit down and eat without cleaning it up, that's when you'll have a little bit of a mess.
You just have to heat it back up. You just have to turn it back on.
You have to turn it back on and do all the things. So I don't know if you can hear us over that scraping. Sorry about that, but anyway, he's going to clean that up, and then we're going to put some garnish on top of our food. This looks amazing. Well, because the neighbor kids were being very, very loud, we decided to eat inside, so.
I like to be rambunctious too.
They are very rambunctious. I will give them that.
All right, look here. Let's get into this meat. Oh, spicy.
Ooh.
With a little zing from that ginger and the rice vinegar. Sweet.
Okay.
So you got sweet heat going on there.
Good.
Savory.
Yes.
Some deep, rich flavors there from the honey. The honey really just, man.
I don't know about y'all, but my mouth is watering.
That is amazing. Of course, the hot, the nice sriracha mayo that we put on there.
Yeah.
More heat.
Yeah.
More spice. Mm-hmm. Really good. That rice, I mean, it's already done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's super, super duper easy.
Yeah.
And broccoli is exactly where you need it to be.
Well, I am very excited. I'm going to dig in. Cole, you give your stamp of approval too over there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to dig in. I'll be right back. I vote that every meal from now on be cooked on the Blackstone by Steven.
Well, thank you for the compliments, babe.
Y'all, I mean, it took you 10 minutes?
I'm telling you, it's quick, easy, like it's a hump day meal. Is it hump day?
It is hump day.
It is hump day. I'll be darned.
Here's the thing. When you order takeout, it's nowhere near this good.
No.
Nor this healthy for you. This is delicious. Wow, babe. Good job.
I'm glad you liked it.
Good job. This is a new favorite, and I want you to make this all the time.
Hey, no problem. We can do that.
Oh my goodness.
We can make tacos out of that meat right there.
Well, yeah.
That's what Cole said. That was Cole's idea.
And that is going to wrap up our best of. Let me know below, have you made any of these already? And if you haven't, what are you waiting on? Don't forget to check out Thrive Market. Just go to thrivemarket.com/mandyinthemaking. And when you join today and place your first order, you're going to save 30% on that first order. Plus you're going to get a free gift worth up to $60. I appreciate y'all being here, and we will see you next week. Bye y'all.